Greetings once again and welcome to another trial map video. Today's video is going to be on a map that I didn't want to play at first because this map is notoriously bad. Map 26, Bounty River. In what is its 5th appearance in a Wars game, this map comes all the way from Super Famicom Wars, and back then it was the most awful thing I've ever seen. It's probably the worst map in the whole franchise. That's pretty gutsy to say considering that some other stuff from the old games exists, but it carried over to Advance Wars 1 where it became better, but still it took a long time to complete, and it took a long time to complete in 2 and DS, and now we're in Days of Ruin where it's actually kind of reasonable. So I think this is a really good look into how game design and map design all interact to create different experiences and whatnot. So I'm going to talk about that as we go. And hey, I got in on the first click. Also, it helps that we're playing as Penny, so that's nice. Penny finally gets a chance to shine. This is not the map you want to do it in, especially since the enemy CO is Isabella, so that's not good. Isabella would be very good on this map if I were playing her. In Days of Ruin, this map is a complete copy of the Dual Strike incarnation, which means it has this port. That port was not there in Advance Wars 1 and 2, so you had to go all the way over here to start cranking out C units. And C units, they're still expensive, they're still highly impractical, they're not completely unusable because I'm going to use them a lot. But in Days of Ruin, we have bikes, which are cheaper and faster than APCs, so that's nice, and I'm also going to make an infantry here. That's just going to capture everything along the coast here. This entire coast section is completely useless. No one's going to use this base. No one's going to use this port. If this were Advance Wars 1 and 2, you would use this port, but I just don't see... Like, they want you to go all the way through this river and all the way up here. And in Super Famicom Wars, this was even worse because it was like a one-tile wide river, and you had to... I should just end my turn right now. It was just a one-tile wide river, and it was completely surrounded by mountains otherwise. So that was long, and that was annoying to get through, especially with battleships costing 35,000, and that's not a joke. Like, I should really... One of my video ideas is to do a deep dive, pun intended, into Navy warfare and how that has evolved in Advanced Wars games. So now we're getting to the part of the map where there is absolutely nothing to do but just move the bikes forward. Nothing you can do can make them go faster. Which is unfortunate because, like, while you're doing this, your money is actually building up. Like, if you refuse to build anything, then your money is actually going to keep going up and up. And that will actually be good because then you can afford the expensive Navy units. And in this game, like... with this much money, battleships are actually worth it because they move and fire in the same turn, and they've got all sorts of other stuff. Like, I tried this map on... Actually, I'm gonna go for the production facilities with these two bikes. Where was I? Oh yeah, in Dual Strike, I played this map as Grit in order to get a perfect 300, because for some reason I've been trying to get perfect 300s in some of the Dual Strike maps, but that's really difficult. Like, I don't know what I would do with Twin Isle, but that's neither here nor there. So I'm capturing these, and in a couple of turns I will finally be able to actually crank out the battleships. And the enemy is actually smart enough to build submarines in this map. So I'm actually going to need to build a cruiser, and normally I would not... Well, I wouldn't never ever build cruisers, because in Dual Strike I use them too. But they're just not worth it in... GBA. Like, not without air units to fire at or copters to hold on to. So yes, with all of that capturing and talking done, it is day 7 and finally we can start sending out air C units. I wish there were air units. There could be air units if you decide to deploy a carrier. So I'm actually going to do that too. That's another reason Days of Ruin improved Navy. The carrier is actually... Well, if you have the money for it anyways, the carrier is still really expensive, but I might decide to send one out. Like, not at first, because I want to CO a battleship. And, it would go a little faster if I put bikes out here. A couple more of them. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'll have a lander ready for transporting them later. Okay. So, I guess we'll talk about carriers for a little bit. Because they can send out seaplanes, which are really good units if you can afford them, they actually do wonders for a map like this, where you have so much money built up because you just spent a bunch of turns doing absolutely nothing in order to let the money build up. I forgot what I was saying. I was saying I'm about to CO a battleship. And, wow. A penny CO'd battleship is still not enough to get a one-shot on a plane with this infantry? That is so weird. Well, at least I can, do I want to fire at it? Because, I guess it will hurt the power score, but there's no reason to worry about it now. I want to build up the power meter. Okay, so I'm going to make it a carrier. And I'm not going to build straight away, probably on the next turn. I don't see any subs, or at least, in Days of Ruin, when you build a sub, the enemy instantly dives it. Well, you instantly dive it too. But they start dive, that's the thing. So, if you have to pay attention and watch for the drop in 20,000 gold. So I didn't see 20,000 gold drop at once, so that's a pretty clear indicator that she didn't build one. So, let's count the units, shall we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Scroll, please. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17 up here, I think. Oh no, I have to count again, because I lost track. Okay, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay. No subs yet. I just wanted to make absolutely certain of that. If you produce, can you... I can't remember if producing a seaplane causes you to be unable to move again on that turn, so... let's send it out first, just in case. Like, I've been doing a lot of not Days of Ruin lately, the other games. So, I've got enough for a cruiser on the next turn. And probably a seaplane, too. So as you can imagine, the ultimate goal is to... Well, I could go along the coastline to get to the HQ, but I could also just take the sea route and then just run right into their harbor. Just gotta keep capturing all of this stuff. It's important to keep doing that. And let's see. Yes, producing does end the carrier's turn. I don't think that should be a thing, really. Because you can't even move and then produce. So it's like... Oh. I've forgotten something. Oh, well, it was a one-shot anyways. But the thing was that I would have had to produce stuff down here in order to stop them from capturing anything. So, I'm not gonna... I want to build, like, a rig over here later, because ammo is going to be a problem, but I'm gonna get a cruiser. Just in case they decide on building a sub later. Ah, did you hear that? That was a submarine, so the cruiser was a good move. Your ears have to be open, and thankfully I have very big ears. They can hear things from miles. Alright. The bikes now have to come back to the port so that the lander can pick them up when I build it. And this battleship is bizarrely in range of mine. Now this could be a trap, I will admit. I don't think... It doesn't seem like the computer should be smart enough to set traps of that caliber, but you never know. Let's get... I'm going to produce another one before launching. And down here, this area is relatively safe, so let's have a rig. Like, that's 2 maps now where I've actually built rigs. It's actually pretty amazing. Oh, yep, there's the sub. I thought so. It was a trap. Tempting me with a battleship. Surprisingly smart AI. So that that's an even better reason to build a rig, because now I can get the temporary port and heal up closer to the enemy. I really want to get out of there, though. I don't know if I'll be able to. Is there a way to just stop the sub here? Well, let's get rid of this for one thing. Because I don't think this is far enough away. It is not. Luckily, I have seaplanes, and I'm actually using the fact that air units can stop submarines. This is ridiculous. But the other battleship is going to take a hit, and that's very unfortunate. This is turning into a very costly opening already. I should have gotten the cruiser a turn earlier. But no matter, in a few moments I should have the lander ready to go. Did I move this thing? It's always easy to forget the infantry in the bottom corner of the map, because like it's so far away and it's not even worth the enemy actually defending it. Okay. I can't believe I actually used that fact about seaplanes. Like, I'm sure it's been used at least once in a couple of other maps, but seriously. Alright, temporary port is done. I could get a temporary airport if I wanted to, and that would actually be advantageous, because that would let you refuel the seaplanes without having to actually go back to the carrier. I was hoping for a KO there. No, that's too far away. There we go. I'm going to stay away from the fighting for a little bit. And produce again. And the enemy has not built really any anti-air whatsoever. What's in this lander? Oh, just an infantry. Yeah, no anti-air whatsoever. I've got seaplanes. They should really be aware of that. So yeah, say goodbye to 12,000 gold. That was so worth it. Of course, seaplanes notoriously run out of fuel very quickly, so you have to get them back to the carrier quickly. Also annoying is that each rig that you build can only really build one thing before it has to... Well, it can't build anything ever again after building that first thing, so... I want a second temporary port, because this is a much better location for it. So yeah, here comes rig number 2. Are you amazed yet? Of course, what do I do about the cruiser? Because, actually, the cruiser counts as anti-air. I should, yeah. So I should probably do something. And really fast, too. Okay, what are my damage numbers here? Okay, 20. And... I just think it makes the most amount of sense to do this, and then launch. Oh, that's... The anti-air will be able to hit me now. Okay. So, what happens if this... Oh, that's really awful. Okay, so it has to be this one. And then... Now that they've got an anti-air over there, I'm going to... I did not launch the seaplanes. They should be able... They should be fine for another turn. Like, they've got fuel. I can get them next to the rigs, and then... Yeah, I'm just thinking to myself. I need some way to actually hit land units now, because I'm really low on that stuff. And I can't make another battleship. So... I suppose it's time, I think, second lander and get some tanks going, I guess. I guess I'm taking the land route. That looks like what I'm doing. I'm going to land on that beach and then go up the coast that way with the seaplanes covering the land units and the tanks getting rid of any anti-airs I find along the way. What are those landers doing? They just jumped right into enemy territory. Like, I'm pretty sure I have that place staked out by now. Okay. So, launch. And can the anti-air hit me? No, it doesn't look like it can if I hit the one on the right. Wow, 93. And the CO power is ready. So... now, why not? I gotta demonstrate this at least once, right? Like, this is what you come for. The very underpowered penny CO power. Randomly changes the weather, so we could get... rain, which I don't know if this actually does anything important. Of course, it does absolutely nothing to me. This can only hurt the enemy and not really help you. Okay, so I think I will take a second tank. And you go here. I'm going to wait for the tank to... 1, 2, 3... 4. Okay, it can get on. A backup cruiser would be nice. And this other battleship can finish off the lander. That was a good waste of cash. And if I hit this second lander, then the anti-air will be able to hit me, so... I don't really think I can do anything about it quite yet. Okay. These two definitely need to get more fuel, though, so there you go. The rig still able to supply any unit regardless of type, so somehow it just has fuel available for every unit in the game. Meanwhile, launch you over here, and I'll keep the carrier posted here. So yeah, I'm going to have to wait for the lander with its tanks to get over here. It moves 6 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just one short of dropping on the little beach. Oh, it's Fog of War. I see now. Okay. So, they actually made it so that Penny is immune to the Fog of War when her CO power is up, but not when... not on the turn after. That's very strange. That's really, really strange, and actually not good. So, like, in addition to all the other problems with Penny, this power could be detrimental in the worst cases. Oh, they actually dropped the infantry here. Okay, then. Alright, these battleships really need to start getting repaired. Also, there's this line of mountains here, and I don't really know why it's there. Okay, so now that they're actually affected by Fog of War, this could be... like, if it lasts another turn, then I could, like, land inside of the forest. That'd be pretty nice. In fact, let's use the cruiser. The cruisers became pretty good scouts in this game. I think I'll keep the carrier around here for safety. And now I really need some more battleships. I moved the lander before moving the tank. I am... and I've forgotten about these guys down here. Not that they're doing much. Well, they got a war tank. That's something. Alright, so... alright, this is turning into a bit of a marathon, so I think I'd better move it along. Alright, so if they can't see me, then that's fine. Drop here. I want some vision on them. Unfortunately, you can't really get a lot of vision since buildings now actually hide your units in fog. This might have been a mistake, but no matter. I cannot see their anti-air, like, anywhere at the moment. So who knows? This could be a mistake. But if I get the seaplanes onto the carrier, they'll at least get repairs. And I'll go ahead and drop the bikes now. I need to move this along. Right. They're not super low on ammo, but they could probably use a little more. I guess since a fresh lander is going to be coming back, more tanks. Go ahead. Now that I'm spending a little bit of money on the battleship repairs, I need to be a bit more careful. The anti-air is not doing anything, so that's a good sign. Oh yeah, and it also hides the property count and money while the fog is up, but not while it's... but it doesn't hide the unit count, so it's harder to tell if a sub is incoming. Right, now that we're back and in business, I guess one tank was all I needed. Fire at this. Left it at 1 health, that's not good. Power score's really going to be disastrous, I imagine. Oh, there's a missile! Okay, you gotta watch that. Missile-chan has appeared now. There's nothing else around it. This bike is almost out of fuel. How do you like that? Okay. There's a maximum of 4 seaplanes per carrier, by the way. Just in case you didn't know. Now I can start capturing, and... Oh, hello, sub! I did not see you there. Get you guys away. Right, now we'll be able to land some more units. Nothing's in immediate danger, so I'm fine on that front. Yeah, as you can see, the carrier is out of materials, so there you go. What else is up here? I want to know. Okay. I have no idea why you're producing anti-tanks. That's very, impractical for this mission. I could lose the cruiser. Alright, so anti-air appeared over there. I have to get rid of the missile another way. I do not see the sub. Let's try and discover it. There we go. Penny's battleship is almost full. Let's get in closer. I can't one-shot this, can I? Oh, I could? And I did. Okay, cool. Cap this. And this battleship is going to go for the anti-air. Does that make it possible to destroy it? If I'm very lucky. I was not lucky. I would have had to get the maximum luck roll, I think. Oh, but there's another one right behind it anyways. They're starting to get low on fuel, so this is getting a bit worrisome. I'd like another bike up there, actually. Actually, I can load everything in one go. And I can drop immediately, because the distance between this shoal and this shoal is exactly 6 spaces, which is good. Let's check on their fuel counts. Alright, the carrier's definitely got to go over here. And I think I'm pretty okay with 9 HP and 8 HP, so I'm going to go ahead and send the Penny ship on her way. The SS Mr. Bear, I guess you could call it. And I'm still forgetting about the infantry in the lower right, because, come on, there's only 2 more properties you can capture down there. Oh, have I taken another hit? Oh, it's from this guy. Well, I got your base, so you can't do anything about it now. Yeah, you get out of here, you're almost done, and you get out of here. Gonna be a tough getaway for the others, but I think they'll be fine. Yeah, I can launch on the next turn, and then everything will be alright. Carrier should probably stay over here. Get rid of these. And cruiser can stop for repairs, I guess. Oh, look at this. Sometimes a mech likes to go down this wall of mountains. I have no idea why. So at this point, if you're thinking this map is taking a very long time, you'd be entirely correct. This map does take a long time. I think I'm going to get bikes. Maybe have them land here and go along the top or something. There's nothing else I can really build, so I'm going to let the money build up for a little bit. Because I need to save up some. Right. I'll make sure to capture this, don't worry. In time to relaunch. Take out the enemy artillery this way. And time to maybe start leveling up a little. Can anything hit that thing? No. Not gonna base block because there's 2 mechs there. So I'll instead attack. The tank probably won't get blown up that fast. Okay, time to send the carrier over here. See, strategically placing carriers is actually, like, something that's interesting about Navy warfare in Days of Ruin. Oh, and I have the port up here now, so now it's time to really start sending the battleships up this way. So, I've got ships on both sides of the river that I can use. It's going to be really nice. That'll do it, I think. I can also build from this base, but... should I let the bike heal? No, the bike doesn't really need to heal. I think I need some indirects now. I haven't been paying attention to how many units I've been building, but... pretty much all of the... Hello, submarine! Oh, boy. That's actually going to be tricky to deal with. Do I have any cruisers nearby? I've got this one. Can it reach? It can reach. The reef is going to save it. So at least that's out of the way. That was a very annoying sub. Now I have to heal my battleship. Alright, not going to worry about it for now, I guess. Because at least the enemy sub is out of the way. I should really be paying more attention. Now that cruiser's fine at 7 health. It can deal. Okay, what are the battleships going to do here? What's in the landers? Those are expensive units, but I think we should focus on what's right in front of us at this moment. That is to say, the rocket. That the enemy just built for 15,000 and is now, taking a net loss for it. Oh, I should move Penny first. And now we have another veteran battleship. Running low on ammo, however, so I don't really know what to do about that. Also getting veteran seaplanes and charging yet another CO power. They're low, so they're probably going to restock later. Now you go this way. How's my money right now? Yeah, that veteran battleship is actually going to have to wait for repairs. That was probably a mistake. Oh, you know what? I'm actually going to take these rigs and go up there now. Rigs are actually pretty good in a map like this. Who'd have thought? That's that. Yeah, I'm sure we'll have this wrapped up in a decent amount of time. You know, I actually wish they had included that rule from Super Famicom Wars, where if you capture 75% of the buildings on the map, you instantly win, because that would have saved time. Yeah, I'm hoping maybe to get rid of the mech with that battleship. tanks of bikes. Drop here. Battleship just moves forward. This one can pick up a kill. Hello. That is embarrassing. Okay, these guys are good on fuel. I think they can afford to wait. These ones can't, so in they go. One HP, are you kidding? Well, level ups galore for these units. Also, Isabella CO'd the medium tank. That's, bit of a mistake, I would say. Like, that's not really worth it on this map. Let's go for a second carrier, because I could use some more seaplanes. Finally, all of the buildings down there are mine. I think I've got 29 of them, yeah. Oh, the carrier is actually almost out of fuel now. Finally, the mech is destroyed. Oh, hello. Somebody decided an anti-air was worth it now. Can the anti-tank actually hit ships? I don't really know if it can. Well, it probably can. Not going to be worth a huge amount, though. These guys are really low now. Okay, do these guys need fuel straight away? Can they actually... Oh, only 2 planes at a time. Okay. Go ahead and launch then. Hey, who wants to risk another CO power making things more difficult? I sure don't. I want to get more fuel, so back to the port for now. And there's still some ammo on these, so I'm going to... Oh, not on this one, though. This one needs more. And I can block that base, so we've made yet another advancement. My commentary might start getting a little bit dry, because this is like, we're basically in the mop-up phase of the game right now. Where is that sub? It's probably on the port, actually. Okay. Yeah, I'll just crank out the battleships, because I don't really need much else at this point. Oh, hello. Okay, so it was at 3 health, but decided to take a swing at the carrier. Submarines can actually one-shot carriers, so it's something you have to be really careful with. But losing HP doesn't really bother the carrier, because it's really only good for producing seaplanes, if you ask me. They took away the long-range missiles, so it's really not good enough, I would say. So let's see what this does. Let's see if we can get another... Oh, best quote, by the way. Let's see if we can get another weather type. Besides rain. Snow. Okay, that'll double the fuel's expenses for all enemy units. And launch. This is a bit of... Like, if I were on the receiving end of this power, it would be very dangerous for the seaplanes, but... I think they'll be okay. They've still got plenty. So these guys just have to get their ammo back. Because they are completely OUT out of ammo. Oh, what did I do? I clicked on something. I don't know what I clicked on. I'm going crazy on this map, I swear. The battleship can go down here to the temporary ports. I've completely forgotten to move this... Well, I've completely forgotten to move the lander and the rig. Alright, that should help them out a little bit. And when these two are finished capturing, I guess I'll take them into the lander. What did she CO? A medium tank again? I guess Isabella likes COing medium tanks. It depends on which CO the AI is using, what unit they will CO. And medium tank is not a good one. These guys are almost out of stuff, so it's time for them to set down for a little bit. Gotta watch that cruiser, because we're getting close to enemy waters. And that war tank is there, too. Yeah, maybe I'm starting to crank them out just a little bit too quickly, because I do have to worry about the tech score. But the enemy builds a lot of units on this map themselves. But I think I'll sit back and spend a little money on repairs, so I'm not tempted to go for any big units. Almost to day 30, I think the speed time is like 30 or 31, so this may have been a lengthy battle, but, you know, this is about as long as they expect you to take. Okay, now I've got even more seaplanes, so let's let them fly. Can get rid of this. That's captured. So that's another step forward. Ah, no, they're being blocked by their own kind, so I can't launch them. You can't launch units if the carrier's turn has been used up, which is really unfortunate. So are they fine if they stay there, actually? Well, there'd be no point. So this one can come back. This one comes forward. This one goes back. Behold the leapfrogging seaplanes. Go here. No reason to drop the bikes there. One infantry here to capture that one city. I know, so worth it. So yeah, this map very much a victim of just being way too big for its own good. That was very unfortunate. Okay, weather's back to normal. What would happen if you used Stormfront and then in the next 2 turns charged up another Stormfront? Would you be able to switch the weather again? This is actually worth looking into, I think. Okay, it's on the shoal, so... What do we do here? Oh good, lucky one shot. That is a good thing. Now, if I go from here, the cruiser cannot hit me, so that's a plus. Same goes for this. And this out-of-the-way artillery, I have no idea what it's doing there. That's, like, the worst position for it. I guess I'll go ahead and get rid of the lander. I think I'm going to win this one probably by, like, route instead of HQ capture, which is weird to think about, but you have so many units that you can spread out all over the map. It's really nice. No money left for me, and there's only 7 units left, and one of them's on a lander. I think that 9 units left. But the important thing is to block off as many of the bases as possible. So you go up here. And now it's getting to the point where the battleships down here can't really do a huge amount anymore. Let me check on their fuel. This one's going back, and this one is probably going back. That one's definitely going back. I may have overextended with it. So unless it can get back to the rigs very quickly, it's in trouble. You know what? I think I'm actually going to stop producing units. I do not see a need to have any more out right now, so time to start letting technique increase a little bit. Nine units left, and I think they're all in that little clump over the HQ, so this is finally going to come to an end. There's 3. With this lander has 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, this is all of them. Maybe I can end it on this turn. But the battleships cannot shoot at anything from that far away. You know what? I'm confident that I can finish this here and now. Oh, I'm significantly less confident now. So, let's see, what can we do here? I should have used the cruiser for that. That was dumb. Alright, I'm sure they're not going to burn so much fuel that they crash on the next turn. That would be crazy. You fuel up, and away you go. So yes, there were a lot of units you probably did not think you would see. Oh, I should have blocked the base. That's perfectly alright though. I'm sure whatever comes out of there will just get blown up by a seaplane. And that's good, because the more the enemy builds, the more technique I get. It's nothing but mechs up here anyways. Oh, too close. Fire, thank you. There you go. It is probably over on this turn, for real. I swear it's over on this turn, you guys. I know for certain. No ammo on this one. This one has ammo, so go ahead and blow that up. Do this. That is the only unit left. And it's over! So, like 45 minutes. Let's see what the score was. I hope it's... Well, it is an S rank, so I can see that. I was 1 turn under the par time, so they do in fact expect this to take a while. That was a very much a marathon, but it's like the least offensive version of Bounty River. So I hope the discussions were interesting. I hope playing through that was interesting. And I don't know if I'm going to do another Days of Ruin map. The only ones left are not so good, in my opinion, but... You know, we'll see what happens. This could turn into a full playthrough of all trial maps, but that's wishful thinking. See you later, everybody.